Why is my oven not working?
If it was a microwave over the oven, I'd say the exhaust heat from the oven might have fried it.
This is the oven.
Did you actually hit the start button after selecting a cycle for it to run? Some ovens won't run unless you do the equivalent of hitting enter after picking an option.
Yes, I've told it to run, but it won't.
Some models require you to fix the clock before it can recognize the time interval in the program.
It is not like the clock is flashing 12 after a power outage.
If the unit does not have power, it won't work.
The clock works, so it has power.
Have you run self-cleaning lately?
I run it once in a while. It saves a lot of effort scrubbing off the grease splatter.
Self-cleaning cycles can get the oven so hot the thermal fuse triggers.
I've never heard of a thermal fuse.
It essentially kills power to the oven when it is overheating with the intent of minimizing the risk of fires.
It was not on fire, only self-cleaning.
Depending on the model and the temperature it reaches in that cycle, sometimes it can get hot enough to trigger that fuse. Then again, it could be the control board.
I do not see how you relate those two.
Self-cleaning heats up the oven, including, all too often, the control board. It can literally bake the control board and kill it.
I'd expect a flashing error code if that happened.
That's assuming it is running well enough to recognize an error, instead of simply dying.
How do I change the thermal fuse?
You'd have to check the owner's manual for where it is in the unit along with the part number. And unlike furnace flame sensors or fuses in the fuse box, they aren't as easy to find outside of the appliance showroom's warehouse.
I could check the fuse box, in case that is blown.
You already said the clock was working, so it won't be that. If the unit has no power, the clock is dead.
The clock might run on batteries.
So try to turn on the oven light to see if the oven has power. If that won't come on, it could be a fuse of some sort, control board problem or electrical issue.
A lack of power is always an electrical issue.
Whether it is a safety protocol engaged to prevent a kitchen fire or loose wire in the control board, I don't know.
Well, I know to engage a repairman if it is more than replacing a fuse or flipping a few switches again.